Hello everyone. In previous lecture, we have learned how to find x-intercept and y-intercept from the graph and how to find x-intercept from the line equation. And we also found how to find slope if a graph is given. So today we'll be learning on more detail how to find slope and the line equation if 2 points are given. And so this is one example. I just copied this from Google. So they're saying gradient is equal to rise over step. So instead of that, we learned that we are using same thing. Step and run is the same thing. So we are saying it rise over run, and they're using the formula equal to mx plus c, and we will stick to our original formula y equal to mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept, in there c is the y-intercept. It doesn't matter. So just a different variables. Today we'll try to write an equation from a graph and also from 2 points. So in this particular graph, we have 2 points. One is 2, 4, and the point is 6, 6. We can take any 2 points on the graph and we'll see that doesn't matter if it is here or here or here, any 2 points on the graph will get the same slope. So you calculate the slope from there, and from the graph we can see the y-intercept is 0, -1, and then we'll substitute all those values into the equation and we'll come up with the equation. So first thing, we try to determine which is our slope. So slope formula is m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So as I said in the last lecture that y2 and x2 will be the point that is further on the right in the graph. So in our case, x2, y2 will be 6 and 6. So is 6 and 6, and x1, y1 will be 1, 4. 1, 4. So we substitute this value into the equation, and x2 is y2 is 6, right? And y1 is 4, and x2 is 6, and x1 is 2. So we get 2 over 4. If we simplify, we get half. Okay, so we found the slope from the graph. We can see the y-intercept is at 0, -1. That means y-intercept is -1. So we can write down the equation y equal to mx plus b, and we can substitute m with half. That's what we solve for. So m equal to half x, and b we saw from the graph is -1. So we can just write -1. That's it. Because positive negative makes it positive. Or if you want to make it more clear, you can write it like this, and the final answer will look like this. So this is how we will represent a line equation if from a given graph. If we choose any other 2 points, not necessarily these two, we'll get the exact same answer. Okay, the y-intercept won't change. Just to give you an example, if we choose this point instead of 2, 4, okay, so this point will be 4. So let's determine this point. So this point will be 4, 5. So this will be 4, 5, new point. So let's label it as 4, 5. Okay, so this will be our new x2, y2. X2, y2. So instead of using 6 and 6, we're going to use 4 and 5, and we'll see we'll get the exact same slope. Okay, so we have 2.1 is 2, 4. Another point is 4, 5. So 2, 4 is x1, y1 as previous, and new point 4 and 5 is our x2, y2. So let's try to find the slope of this. M is equal to y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So In this case, y2 is 5 and x1 will be 4 and x2 is 4 and x1 is 2. So if we solve, we get 1/2. We get exactly same slope as the other point we solved previously. So the slope doesn't change. It remains exactly same despite different point. So instead of 6, 6, even in, using 4, 5, we got the exact same slope. And the y-intercept doesn't change. So the equation for this will remain same. So we can also say y equal to mx plus b equal to half x minus 1. So despite changing a point, so look, I keep repeating this, any 2 points on the straight line will give you the exact same slope. And I just proved it. Okay, so this was how to do it from a graph. Now I will show you how to do it from an equation. To find the equation from a 2 points given. For example, if 2 points are given, no graphs given, you can still come up with the straight line equation. So let's say 1 point is given 2, 4, another point is given 4, 8. These 2 points are given, which stays on the top of a line. We can still find the slope, and we can still find the y-intercept using this 2 point. So between these 2 points, which point is more on the right? So 2 and 4 means we are considering in terms of x-axis, 4 is more on the right. So 2, 4 will be our x1, y1, and 4, 8. 4, 8 will be our x2, y2. So we can find the slope using the formula. Now is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so in our case, y2 is 8, y1 is 4, x2 is 4, x1 is 2. So we are left with 2. So our slope is equal to 2. So from the formula, we know y equal to mx plus b. Now we have to solve for b. We don't know the b yet. So y is equal to 2x plus b. So we found the slope, we just substituted the slope. Now we'll try to solve for the b, which is the y-intercept. So in this case, we'll take any of these 2 points, 2, 4 or 4, 8, substitute into the equation, we'll solve for b. So let's try this. So first one, if we take x2, 4 as x1, y1, we just substitute that in the equation. So y is equal to 4 and x is equal to 2. And we solve for b. So we get b is equal to 0. Okay, and if we take other 2 points, we'll be getting the exact same results. So we again write down the equation y equal to 2x plus b, and if we use this point 4 and 8 instead of 2 and 4, we will get the same result. So y is equal to 8 and x is equal to 4, and so in both cases the y-intercept is y-intercept b is equal to 0. It doesn't matter which point you choose. So we can finally write down the equation y equal to 2x plus 0. We don't have to write 0. This is just to show you how to do it. And if we try to draw this graph now, so it's gonna look something. So y-intercept is 0. That means it's passing through origin. The y-intercept is somewhere here. If the y-intercept passing through origin, x-intercept will be also passing through origin. So this was one quick example. I'll go even more into detail into if we have a different y-intercept instead of 0, and that will be covered into the next lecture. Thank you very much.